The Galactic Accord was a coalition of intelligent species, created to foster peace and cooperation across the stars. To join, a species needed to prove its commitment to the principles of nonviolence and mutual growth. The invitation extended to Earth had been controversial, but humans had managed to establish a fragile relationship with their galactic neighbors. As part of the integration process, Commander Xal'tek of the Vraxxi Dominion, a species known for its rigid discipline and strategic acumen, was assigned to assess Earth's military capabilities. The Vraxxi were respected throughout the galaxy for their highly structured military, a force that relied on precision and calculated efficiency. Xal'tek considered it a formality. Humans, after all, were young and inexperienced in galactic terms. Upon arrival at the United Earth Military Academy, Xal'tek was greeted by General Rebecca Morgan, a tall woman with a commanding presence. Her crisp uniform and piercing gaze immediately caught the alien's attention. "Commander Xal'tek," she said, extending a hand. "Welcome to Earth's premier military academy. I hope your visit will be enlightening." Xal'tek stared at her hand for a moment before bowing slightly, the Vraxxi equivalent of a handshake. "General Morgan, I thank you for your hospitality. I am eager to observe how your people approach the art of war." Morgan smirked. "I think you'll find our methods unique." The tour began in a sprawling hall lined with holographic displays of Earth's military history. Battles from every era were projected in vivid detail, from ancient skirmishes fought with swords and shields to modern engagements with drones and cyber warfare. Xal'tek stopped before a display of World War II, his elongated fingers tracing the air where a map of troop movements was displayed. This conflict, over 70 million dead? Entire cities destroyed? Was this truly necessary? Morgan stood beside him, her voice steady. "It was a dark time. But it taught us the cost of war and the price of peace." As they moved through the academy, Xal'tek began to notice the sheer diversity of Earth's military strategies. Humans had developed techniques for every conceivable environment: deserts, jungles, oceans, space. Each simulation room demonstrated scenarios so chaotic and unpredictable that they left the Vraxxi commander unsettled. In one simulation, cadets practiced urban warfare. Explosions echoed through a maze of holographic buildings as teams worked in perfect sync, adapting to rapidly changing conditions. "Your cadets seem to thrive in chaos," Xal'tek observed. "We train them to expect the unexpected," Morgan replied. "No battle plan survives first contact with the enemy." This philosophy baffled Xal'tek. The Vraxxi relied on meticulously crafted strategies. To embrace chaos was unthinkable. Later, they entered a lecture hall where a human instructor was discussing psychological warfare. Xal'tek listened in silence as the instructor detailed methods to destabilize an enemy's morale, spread disinformation, and manipulate perceptions. "You weaponize the mind itself," Xal'tek muttered. "This is disturbing." Morgan raised an eyebrow. "War is more than weapons and tactics. It's about breaking the will to fight." The final part of the tour took them to the Academy's war games. In a massive dome, cadets participated in a simulated planetary invasion. Xal'tek watched as human teams coordinated across air, land, and sea, utilizing drones, AI support, and unconventional tactics. The sheer unpredictability of their maneuvers left him stunned. One particular moment caught his attention. A cadet, seemingly cornered, used the environment to trigger a controlled avalanche, wiping out an entire enemy force. Xal'tek turned to Morgan, his voice tinged with unease. "Your people are inventive. But this innovation is born from necessity, is it not? So much conflict in your history." Morgan nodded. "True. Our history is written in blood. But it's also why we value peace so much. We know what's at stake." At the end of the tour, Xal'tek requested a private moment. Standing in the Academy's courtyard, he gazed at the young cadets marching in formation. They carried themselves with an intensity he had never seen before. When Morgan rejoined him, he spoke quietly. Your people are unlike any I have encountered. The Vraxxi pride ourselves on discipline and order, but your species, you have turned unpredictability into a weapon. You have made war an art form. Is that a compliment? Morgan asked, her tone neutral. Xal'tek hesitated. It is a warning. Should humanity ever turn its full potential toward war, no species in the galaxy would stand a chance. Morgan's expression hardened. That's why we work so hard to prevent it. But if anyone thinks they can conquer us, they'll learn what you've learned today. Xal'tek bowed deeply. I will ensure the Galactic Accord hears of what I have seen. Perhaps they will reconsider underestimating your kind. As his ship departed Earth, Xal'tek couldn't shake the unease that had settled in his chest. The humans were not what he had expected. They were not naive or weak. They were warriors, tempered by a history of conflict, and if provoked, they would be the galaxy's reckoning.